All right, here we are in a new document, and I'm going to go ahead and set this, before I forget, to random colors. It looks a little nicer. And then we want to import our model. So you should have this as a resource. It's jalopy.obj. All right, it took it a little while to import, maybe about a minute. I'm going to go ahead and delete my default cube, don't need that. And we need to set up our collection. So I'm going to make a new collection. I'm going to call it Jalopy. And we need to do another collection, which is going to be modeled. And another one under Jalopy, which is going to be the rig. And under modeled, we want to create one. It's going to be the body. And another one, which is going to be front suspension. And one more under modeled, which is going to be rear suspension. Let's go to our rig, and we're going to make a rig front suspension. And one more rig rear suspension. Okay, now let's move our objects into the appropriate collection. So I'm just gonna, actually it's probably good to go in underneath view, and I'm gonna box select here and try and miss the front rear suspension. I'm gonna right click and do move to collection, jalopy, modeled, and body. And I'm gonna turn off all my modeled objects so I know when I've gotten rid of them or put them in the appropriate place. And let's move some of these other objects too. So the radiator, the front bumper, this gas hose, and the rear bumper also need to go. So move to collection, jalopy, modeled, and body. Okay. And now we actually are going to do this in a way where we're going to mirror everything. So we want to delete the right side suspension objects. So I'm going to delete this tire, this wheel, this leaf spring, and this hanger. And on the front, I'm going to delete the tire, the wheel, this control arm, this upright, this lower control arm, and this steering link. Now I'm just going to window select this, do move to collection, jalopy, modeled, front suspension, and do the same thing here, move the collection, jalopy, modeled, rear suspension. All right, let's see if we got everything right. Turn off my body, that looks correct, collapse that. Turn off my front suspension. Oh, let me keep my body off. Turn off front suspension, that looks correct. And turn off my rear suspension, that also looks correct. So it looks like we have everything.